when it comes to, especially when it comes to these problems here, I know we always struggle a little bit with domain range kind of things. But for the most part, when we were doing homework for 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, everybody's saying, oh, this is easy, this is great, I get it, don't worry about it. But then when we get to the quiz and you absolutely don't know, makes me think you probably weren't even really checking your answers, or you were just writing down answers from the back. I mean, I don't know why you could, because it's not like a little miss. I mean, everybody can do a little mistake. But when we condense, what does it mean when we say condense logarithms? We make them into one. I would say the majority had 3 logarithms in their answer. That's not condensing into 1 logarithm. So clearly, you didn't understand that concept, and half of the homework in that section was just about that one thing. So you're the one who's got to challenge yourself. Do I really understand this? I mean, it's up to you primarily to understand what you don't understand. Okay, you've got to know that. You looked at the back of the book. You saw the answer. Do you really know how to get it? You're not fooling anybody. You're not getting anything over on anybody to pretend like you did when you really didn't, because it'll come back and bite you in the end. Now, luckily, this is a quiz, right? You can do better on the test and overwrite that, but you better learn it by the test time, right? Because you give me more than 1 logarithm on the test, that's no points, right? None, 0. Because it just kind of, again, it's kind of like an apples and oranges kind of thing. You're not really understanding the fundamental concept. Remember what we said about when you're condensing into 1 logarithm, and you've got some terms are positive and some terms are negative. How do you know which ones are going to end up in the numerator and which ones are going to end up in the denominator? The negative term will be in the denominator, right? And the positive terms, this is a positive and that's a positive, will be in the numerator. A lot of people had this one and ended up in the denominator, right? It's kind of like you thought there was parentheses around there. And then it would have been, but there were no parentheses. These were the signs of the terms. Okay, now before we can do that, we have to use the power property. Most got that part. That would have meant move these exponents inside the these coefficients inside the logarithms as exponents. Right, so that is ln of w squared minus ln of x to the 4th plus ln of z to the 5th. Okay, and now you can condense them into 1. ln in the numerator will be w squared z to the 5th. In the denominator will be x to the 4th. That was the condense. Right, remember, when you condense, 1 log, not 3.